Welcome back, you absolute sweats. Today we're diving deep into everything you need to focus on during the early weeks of the Season 1 in the War Within. I'll be covering all the newly unlocked content, a detailed checklist for daily and weekly tasks, plus hidden tips and tricks like how to get the Delver's Bounty, optimize your delves, and get the most out of PvP gear early on. I'll also include advanced strategies to set you up for success going into Week 2 when Mythic Plus and Mythic Raids drop. This guide is packed with essential information, so let's get it started. First up, we have the raid unlocks. The Naruba Palace raid has officially unlocked, offering an excellent opportunity to jump into early raid content. Here's what you can expect. So LFR drops veteran tier gear, which is item level 584 to 610. Although it's the lowest raid difficulty, LFR is one of the fastest ways to start collecting tier set pieces early on, which will give you a significant power boost. You will also receive Weathered Harbinger Crest, essential for upgrading gear. Normal mode drops champion tier gear, item level 597 to 619, and carved harbinger crests. Clearing normal mode is ideal for players who want to push into heroic content next week while maximizing vault rewards for week 2. Finally, heroic mode, which drops hero tier gear, item level 610 to 626, and rune harbinger crests. While the final two bosses drop gilded crests, most groups won't clear heroic in week 1, so the focus should be on clearing as much as normal and the heroic raid as possible. The Catalyst also unlocks this week, allowing you to convert eligible gear into tier pieces. This system will be crucial in chasing those coveted tier set bonuses as the season progresses. You start with one charge and gain another every 2 weeks, so use them wisely. A little tip for raiding in week 1, focus on clearing normal mode and the early heroic bosses to maximize your gear upgrades and vault rewards. Don't forget, LFR is a great way to start collecting tier set pieces early, which will give you a noticeable advantage heading into tougher content in week 2. Next, we have Mythic Zero dungeons, which are another key source of gearing during week 1. As Mythic Plus won't unlock until next week, these dungeons drop veteran tier gear, item level 584 to 610, which is essential for filling out your slots and preparing for higher tier content. All 8 dungeons are available in week 1, including the 4 new War Within dungeons and 4 returning dungeons from past expansions. You can run each dungeon once per day, so make sure to complete all 8 daily to maximize your loot and gear upgrades. The dungeons are on a daily lockout, giving you fresh opportunities for loot each day. A little tip for Mythic Zero, prioritize running all 8 dungeons every day to maximize your gear output. Even though Mythic Plus unlocks next week, this gear will give you a significant boost heading into week 2 and improve your Great Vault rewards. Next, we have delves, which are an exciting new feature to the War Within, and mastering them early will give you a major edge in both PvE and PvP progression. Here's how to optimize your delve strategy. So we have delve tiers. Delves are tiered difficulty with tier 4 to tier 11 available this week. Tier 7 delves offer champion tier gear, item level 597 to 619. The real sweet spot is tier 8 plus, where the highest item level rewards drop, so aim for these for the best gear progression. Next, we have the Delver's Bounty, which is a treasure map that can drop from side chests in Bountiful Delves with a 4% chance. It doesn't drop from regular delves except during the Zekvir event, which can reward a map if you survive Zekvir's onslaught. The Delver's Bounty rewards match the tier of the delve where you looted it. For example, if you find the map in a tier 6 delve, your next delve of that level or higher will reward you with the gear at that tier. Here's the breakdown of item levels from the Delver's Bounty. Tier 4 is 597, Tier 5 is 600, Tier 6 is 604, Tier 7 606, and Tier 8 being 610, which is on the hero track. Then we have some other rewards that include a hero tier piece, like I just said, 3 gilded harbinger crests, undercoins, an epic curio for Bran, and resonance crystals. Even if you don't have restored coffer keys, running Bountiful Delves daily still gives you a chance at excellent 610 loot from the Delver's Bounty. A little tip for delves, focus on 8 plus delves to maximize your loot and rewards. If you get Delver's Bounty map, make sure your next delve is at that tier to ensure the best possible gear. Also, I would suggest before doing any Bountiful Delves and using your coffer keys that you get all the way up to tier 8, doing a non-Bountiful Delve first, and then from there you can go and farm all the Bountiful Delves for higher gear pieces. Next, we're going to talk about the new world bosses that have been added this season, offering champion tier gear and additional rewards. These bosses rotate weekly, so here's where to find them. We have Kordak, the Dormant Protector, found on the Isle of Dawn just south of Donegal. Then we have Shirai, the Atrocity of the Undersea, which is located in the northern parts of Hallowfall on the left side of the Twin Islands. The Aggregation of Horrors, which is the current world boss that is up in this video, located in the southern parts of the Ringing Deeps on a small, isolated island. Then we have Orta, the Broken Mountain, found in Ajkahet City of Threads, in a Colosseum-like setting to the northwest. A little tip for world bosses: be sure to kill these weekly world bosses for a chance at champion tier loot. This gear can be a key piece to round off your build early on, especially if you haven't had great luck in other content. Now, just because we're talking about PvE doesn't mean you should discount PvP gear. So here's a quick look at how you can start earning conquest points to purchase champion tier gear early on. So conquest gear in week 1 doesn't need any rating to purchase that initial conquest gear, which starts at champion tier 597 to 619. What makes this gear valuable is that you can add sockets using vicious jeweler settings, purchasable with honor. This makes PvP gear highly customizable, giving you an edge in both PvP and PvE. Versatility is the main stat in PvP gear, and while it's tailored for PvP scenarios, it can be a very strong stat in certain PvE builds. This makes PvP gear a solid choice for players looking to progress quickly, just like monks. They require haste and versa as their best stats, so this could be a good point for them. So a little tip for PvP gear: even if you're not primarily a PvP player, capping your 1600 conquest points during week 1 can help you obtain some socketed gear, which could outperform early PvE items. Prioritize purchasing the vicious jeweler setting to enhance your gear even further. So here's a weekly checklist breakdown, to prioritize information. First up, we have raids, so prioritize normal and clear what you can in heroic mode to earn carved and rune harbinger crests. If possible, use LFR to start collecting tier sets. Then we have Mythic Zero dungeons. Run all 8 Mythic Zero dungeons daily to maximize your chances of veteran tier gear and additional crests. Delves, complete at least 8 tier 8 delves throughout the week. Use coffer keys to unlock the Delver's bounty chest for rare rewards and gear. Then PvP, cap your 1600 conquest points to earn champion tier gear with sockets, which can be useful in PvE as well. And finally, take down the world bosses for additional champion tier gear. Now, we've spoken about weekly checklists, so let's talk about the daily checklist to optimize your daily routine. Focus on these key tasks. Delves, complete 3 to 4 bountiful delves daily, aiming for tier 8+. Use coffer keys to unlock additional Delver's bounty chests. Also, Mythic Zero dungeons. Run all 8 dungeons daily to keep progressing your gear. Do your PvP dailies, complete them towards capping your conquest points, and do your Radiant Echo quests. If you haven't completed your Radiant Echo quests, make it a priority to unlock more coffer key fragments for delve chests. And that wraps up our deep dive into week 1 of season 1 in the War Within. Stick to this checklist, prioritize your raids, Mythic Zero dungeons, and delves, and don't forget to cap your conquest points for valuable PvP gear. Keep an eye out for Delver's bounty maps, and make sure to tackle weekly world bosses for extra loot. Stay tuned for our next guide, where we'll cover some Mythic Plus stuff and advanced tips for week 2. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please like and subscribe and comment below your thoughts on the current season and expansion. Until next time, you absolute sweats. Thank you for watching. Peace!